Grand Rising Soul Tribe, Tracy here with Sweet Spots e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, shares, views, subscribes, the comments, the generous donations in all forms, everything. I appreciate it all. Let's ring the bell. Let's clear out this energy this morning, and then we're going to see what the message the Spirit has for us today. Excuse me. Excuse me. Ooh. Somebody hears, hey sis, somebody hears the call. They hear the announcement that the building is on fire. Everyone evacuate, evacuate, evacuate. 911, stat, emergency, emergency. Danger Will Robinson. Someone hears the call, just like everyone else around them. But somebody is choosing to be so stubborn and stuck in their way, even though they know they was wrong because they was the one that started the fire. This person is so stuck in their way, they refuse to get up out of their seat and run to the exit. This is what has people talking. This is why people are realizing why you walked away, why you left. See, at first, they was looking at you all kind of crazy and side-eyed and cockeyed and everything else, thinking it was you, giving you the stink eye, only to find out, oh, it wasn't you. It was just the person that was blaming you. This person, it's like the people around them can now see how they are not only rejecting, but they are also fighting. They are fighting with Archangel Michael, who has been sent here on specific assignment for this person to help them fight this spiritual battle, because right now, the devil is using them as a vessel. Hi, Tarot. Her Tarot, A Fool's Journey. How are you? Hey, Robert. Grand Rising K Hypsee. Bottom of the deck. 10 of Cups. You know, this is like I said, this is like their ancestors, everybody around, you know. It's like everybody coming together, you know, on spiritual assignment. Because everybody has to like gather around to help this. I'm hearing it takes a village. It takes a village. This is somebody's entire village here to help them to fight against the devil. See, what has, hey, loving is lovely, what has messed this person up is the way that, you know how, because the devil will shapeshift. What has messed this person up is who the devil has shapeshifted into. And it was somebody that they trusted, somebody that they thought was the matriarch of the family, somebody they thought that, you know, was the head of the family, you know, the grandmother. the great grandmother, whoever it was that they got this bad information from, whoever it was that had them thinking differently, whoever it was that warped their mind. See, somebody has a blessing that is due to them. But all they have to do is make the right choice. See, somebody is confused because things haven't started to turn around for them yet. They're still like, why isn't anything changing? Why are things this? Why are the, somebody's kind of confused as to why things have not turned around yet. And it's because they are in the process of being seen or being shown or having to wake up to them being stubborn. Somebody being remaining in a defensive stance. Something about this person doesn't, like I said, this person, it was the one that was saying the stuff about you. Like maybe this person, like you was always begging, you this, you that, you this, you that. Only to come to find out, whatever this person was saying was not true. People are starting to see that somebody was just your hidden enemy. Her Tarot Fool's Journey, thank you so very much. This was just somebody that was your hidden enemy, somebody that wanted to change places with you, that wanted to be seen as you, that wanted to take your spot, that wanted to take your place. Hi, Milky. Hello, how are you? But see, everything was going okay for this person as long as you was there. And this person could remain with this stubborn, defensive stance. But everything ended the moment that you walked away. It was a wrap. Because when you walked away, you can't blame somebody who's not there. You cannot not take responsibility for something that you did and then say it was that person when they're no longer there. And so somebody's little plot and plan to cause all types of havoc and chaos and act all recklessly. Somebody thought they had this plan and it was just going to be you that suffered the heartbreak, But now they're starting to see things differently. People are starting to look at this person. I feel like people are starting to look at this person and say little things to this person, like to kind of maybe get them to see a different viewpoint. Like this person needs to have some introspection. Like somebody needs to find themselves. You know how you know somebody and you don't want them, you see their life going down and you don't want it to go down, so you try and say something, but you don't want to feel like you crossing no lines or overstep your boundaries or nothing, but you want to kind of say a little something to that person so that maybe that will help that person to start thinking. That's what I'm seeing. People kind of trying to say little things to help somebody to kind of think outside the box. Yeah, because you know what? People are starting to to see that, you know, maybe somebody needs some balance. They're trying to do something right for somebody because everybody else can see it. Hey, C Bones. How are you, chosen one? Everyone else can see it. So like people are starting to say little things to kind of maybe confirmation to get somebody to kind of start thinking a little bit. Maybe if I say just this little part, because they don't want to come out and be like, listen here, motherfucker. Da 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 da. You would, but they don't want to. Because you know what? It's almost like things that you may have said, visions that you may have had, and information that you have shared is coming to pass. And it's almost like someone is trying to get somebody's attention. Woohoo! The train is about to crash. Jump off. Jump off. But somebody was able to get into somebody else's head so wrapped up, so witch tight, that they have them, you know, fighting on the wrong side. It's like this, there just, you know, maybe there's some type of witch spell that has somebody defensive, but they're being defensive against Archangel Michael. They're not listening to anything that Archangel Michael is trying to convey, communicate, help them. It's almost like somebody has had this person so confused, that anytime that somebody heard the truth, they immediately thought that it was a lie. They immediately thought there was something skeptical, there was something fishy. This person had somebody so confused. And it's like it's a struggle. It is a battle. This person, their whole vessel is being used as the battleground right now. And it's tough. It's tough. This has been going on for a while. Somebody's been feeling empty on the inside because now it's almost like time for somebody to wake up and see that they've been fighting on the wrong side. This has been going on for a while. This is why this person feels depleted, you know, because they're not holding nothing back for themselves. They're not doing anything for themselves. They're allowing themselves to be used in these negative, toxic ways, in these unhealthy ways. I feel like somebody wants to have this new beginning. And right now, not only do they want to have a new beginning, but right now they feel sorry that they did not listen to the information that you provided, the guidance that you provided, you know, that now they see that you were, you know, the stable one. You was trying to guide them in the correct decision. And they feel that key word is regret. Hi, Andy. How are you? Hi, Susan. Robert, did I say hello already? Because, you know, whenever they think about the past, everything was always truthful. You was always like, no, I'm going to tell you the truth. And you was always the one that was telling this person, tell me the truth. But instead, they wanted to listen to everybody else. They wanted to listen to the crowd. They wanted to believe what somebody else who didn't know shit was saying. And this is why everything is karma is hitting them so hard, and everything is being torn down. It's like they have to decide that it's time for them to go in the right direction. That they have to listen to what Archangel Michael is trying to say. They have to start to communicate. They have to start to, they got to do their part. God said, if you put 1 foot forward, I'll put 2 forward for you. Hey, Nana Banana. Hi, Anissa. But somebody's finally at the point where they decided it was time for them to stop investing in the wrong thing, the wrong people, the wrong avenue, the wrong person, the wrong group. Because whenever they thought about who they gave their hard-earned gains to, it was this person. And that's the same person that stabbed them in the back. Hey, Sam Soprano, how are you? And the thing that they remember about you is how you always fought battles with them, how you always had their back, how you always stood up for them, not trying to take away from them, but always gave to them. How you were head and shoulders above anybody else. How you did right by them. Yeah, see, somebody's realizing that it's time for them to move forward in your direction, to leave the battleground and come to calmer waters. Because they see now that working with this warlock is what got them caught up. That's what got them in trouble. That's what got them stuck. Working with that warlock, investing all their hard-earned and all those hard-earned gains. And now this person is sitting here thinking like, why I didn't listen? How did I miss this? What was it? We're trying to recall everything that you said. Trying to figure out why the hell they felt it was so important for them to be so stubborn. Like, why the hell they felt like they had something to prove to you, to show you. They didn't have to listen to what you tell them. Now somebody realized they only hurt themselves. They only hurt themselves. At my job, whenever I've called somebody a few times and they ain't answering, they ain't returning my call, and I sent them an email, I leave them a final message. Yo, guess what? This does not hurt me at all. This will only affect you. This is my last call, but if you want me to go ahead and press that final button, don't call me back. Guarantee within the day that, I'm sorry, I've been so busy, I've been this. I'm glad you just called me back. Let's get down to business. See, somebody wants, now they want to heal this situation. They want to start over, but they do feel like a fool. They want to heal this situation because everybody's looking at them like, you know what, you stuck. You being too stubborn. Just like they know that in order to heal this situation, they're going to have to free themselves. They're going to have to free themselves. And the kicker part is they're watching you. They're watching you. And you know what? You still showing love. You still loving on yourself. You still showing up. Hi, the big payback. You still being you. Hi, Nancy. You be blessed as well. Yep. Somebody see that they were enticed. They were bamboozled the spell was cast over them, all because of some type of money. They see now that they allow somebody to cast this spell, all because they thought they was going to get this money. That was the illusion that was created by somebody who looked like they had the part, who looked like they had it. But now this person see that all that did was that the whole illusion was just an illusion, and all that did was overburden them, get them stuck, mess up their entire life. The whole time, here you are doing you, being the wonderful mother, the wonderful, you this, you giving, you kind, you live, taking care of the pets and all that other bullshit, whatever a good woman does, a good person does, that's what you're doing. And this person is now sitting here thinking, you know what? They should have thought independently. Now they stress. They should have thought independently. They should have went ahead and did whatever, you said to go ahead and do, because you was giving good advice. You was giving this person the best advice out there. They couldn't have paid for any better advice, but yet they're going to follow a fool. Now they're sitting here stressing that they should have followed your advice. They should have been independent. They should have went their own way as opposed to following a fool. Hey, High Priestess. Now somebody having to hold back and fight for themselves and defend themselves, and they ain't got nobody behind them. Hit the guns. What? What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? What's the message, Spirit? Yep, exactly. Priorities are seen through choices. Yep. And somebody thinking about the past, how they chose this group. They thinking about the past of all the bullshit that was being talked to them, said to them. This person could have been a child whenever this has happened. Or this person was young. This person is sitting there thinking about all this. This person thought that whenever they decided to get with them, they was going to be getting with quality, not knowing that quality was just a piece of all that was just gold spray painted, bullshit. It wasn't even real. Somebody feel like they was tricked. They was tricked, and they feel like that these people planned this. These people planned this. Like, yeah, it is the battle is the Lord's. What's the message, Spirit? Nancy, you said no sound. Thank you, the piggy payback. Can somebody put into the chat for Nancy to refresh her refresh? Yeah, and then the fact that somebody is stuck in their thoughts, or stuck right now, or having to awaken. They're having to awaken to the karma that they're receiving right now because of that choice that they made. Because them deciding that they want to be so stubborn. Yep. And the whole time, they're thinking about what they're missing out on. The whole time. They know. But they're also realizing that this was a whole lesson that they needed to learn about different types of people, who to put boundaries with, who to protect yourself from. Thank you, J. Mike. Who to protect yourself from. Yep. It's time. Somebody knows it's time for them to heal themselves and to stop being so stubborn and to start something new, go in a new direction. It's time. This is a major turning point. Let me see. Hold on. This is how it looks. I don't know if it looks right. Yeah, it's time for somebody to heal themselves. You know, oh wait, wrong hand. Wake the wake the fuck up. Time for them to go in a whole new direction. Yeah. Yep. That way they can overcome this curse, this generational curse. Because like I said, ever since things blew up with you, their life has been trash. Their life has been over. And that's when somebody got clarity about some communication, clarity about some lies, some mistruths, some bullshit. Hi, Solidified T. How are you? Hi, Curtis Coleman. How are you? So, and this person is now realizing, you know what? I feel like they're realizing they should have shared more with you. They should have communicated more with you. They should have given more time, attention, honesty, respect, honor, all of that. They should have done more. What you say? You need money. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah, but this person, yeah, and this person is stressed the fact that they didn't just be independent and be like, you know what, I don't feel like how the group feel. I'm gonna do my own thing. And so now they feel like their life has ended. They feel like things are over for them. All because, this person cannot get you off their mind. And here's that, they feel left out in the cold because they was acting irrationally, because they was acting all irresponsibly. They just rushed in and did something stupid. Like, who does that? What's the message, Spirit? Anything else? Hi, Evangelina. Yeah, this, like I said, this person, they feel so left out in the cold. They was working on some, they feel left out in the cold. They was working on some shit that got them all fucked up. That's how stupid they feel. Not knowing that, you know what, there was people that they considered their family that was working against them behind their back to try and do something to try and mess up their whole life. They come into that realization now. All family ain't family. All family ain't family. All skin folk ain't kinfolk. Just because y'all got the same last name, just because y'all got the same parents, the same grandparents, you still got to watch your back. That's a whole nother person over there. Some people don't have rules. Some people don't believe in rules. Some people want to be sneaky with their rules. What's the message? Anything else from this deck? What's the message, Spirit? We're going to get another deck. Yeah, somebody. They regret taking your love for granted. They regret this. They know that they was being too stubborn. Being stubborn gets you nothing. Yep. Now it's like that. Now this person is trying to figure out how to get back in. You cannot make that up. They're trying to figure out how to get back in. They know it's time for them to send you, some sort of apology. They need to send you some sort of communication. They want to say something to end this, to complete this cycle, to close this chapter. They know it's up to them. But I feel like this person is having a hard time, and they're having to work on themselves with the realization of how they treated you and what they got to do to heal themselves. And what they got to do to stop being so damn stubborn. Because they're having to realize that, I'm telling you, this person was extremely stubborn. Like somebody just had this viewpoint of themselves, like they held themselves in such high esteem. And even if they are so wrong to do something so wrong to somebody else, it's that other person that's got to come make it right with them. Fuck that. This is why people are holding back from this person, because they realize this is the person who's the one who's doing the fuck shit. This is the one who need to be, they hide, throwing the rock and hiding their hand. And here you are being just as loving, just as sweet, just as giving, fighting for this person, and they fighting against you. Yeah. This person was trying to be a whole warlock, a whole love in disguise. This person didn't love. They was trying to be a whole lover, player in disguise. Hey, Letitia. Hey, Amani. How are you? But see, now this person realized that they're the ones who ended up with a broken heart. And they realize, what they got in return is nothing. They're realizing the person that they thought was they should follow that person. They're realizing that all money ain't good money. Their life, they allow somebody to blow their life up because of some lies. Somebody who was a warlock trying to get them to be the same. Now, this person is realizing now this is a spiritual battle. You cannot make this up. Because right now, the devil is trying to win. The devil is trying to occupy their vessel. This is a battle of, are you going to follow God, or are you going to continue to allow the devil to rule you? You can't make this up. Come through spirit. This person is realizing that, they wasn't fighting temptation. They wasn't fighting, to do the right thing. They wasn't fighting to be righteous. They was allowing themselves to succumb. They was allowing themselves to be bamboozled. But see, now some judgment call has been made on somebody. This emperor has made this judgment call about a decision that was made about where they're gonna put their resources, their time, their energy. It's almost like this decision has to be made in order to bring this other person all the way down, so that they can wake up. Sometimes maybe this person's head is in the clouds and they dreaming so much that somebody has to pop the balloon and let them have a hard fall. Boom. Until they hit the ground. Because sometimes when you hit the ground so hard, boom, that's the only time you can really wake up and say, damn, what happened? I'm hurt. See, Archangel Michael is determined that they are going to win this fight. And I feel like someone's ancestors are right there too. Yep. Because right now, this person is feeling lost. Feeling lost. Feeling out in the cold. Feeling discombobulated. Feeling alone. But that's what they need. These feelings that this person is feeling, this is exactly what they need right now. This is that medicine. This is that penicillin shot to get them back. To get them back going in the right direction. To get them to moving around as opposed to being stuck. Someone that you had to walk away from, they're coming towards you. They just had to realize some things first. They had to realize that they was the only reason that they was in this position. That it was because of them. They had to realize that, you know what, there was growth, promise with you, and that they need to be the one to extend the olive branch. They had to realize that, some people don't have good intentions. Some people want to gossip. Some people want to cause problems. Some people want to get in the middle of. Not everyone has great intentions. And just because they may have share the same last name does not mean that they're on the same team. Hey, Datera. Someone had to realize that the truth that you spoke was the medicine that they needed to remain healthy. And their plan to try and play both sides against the middle, to try and be on both sides, on both teams, that didn't work. That did not work. They had to realize that, you know what, you had did it by yourself, all along. You did it by yourself. So you didn't necessarily need somebody co-signing on your team because you was the team. And this person realizes now that, they shouldn't listen to all the words that you had to say because you were speaking knowledge. Hey, Rotterwob, how are you? Rottenwob, how are you? You were speaking knowledge. You were speaking it with love, and you was sitting in your power as the empress that you are. See, this is why this person needs to come to you, because they realize the blessing that you have over your entire life with the Chariot, Temperance, and the High Priestess. You are somebody. This person feels like you are like a magical being. They know that God is moving you forward, that nobody can stop you, that your life is, that you are on your journey, that you are on your path, that you're doing what you need to do. This person is looking at you like you are a spiritual, metaphysical, like magical type of being. And that they're wondering Why they couldn't see it before. They could not see it before. They didn't acknowledge it before. Hey, Tia, how are you, sweetie? And this is why they acted out. But now they're realizing all of that acting out that they did with the Knight of Wands, all that acting irresponsible, disrespectful, acting like nothing touched them. This is why they are in this regret. That coupled with the whole, no, they're going to have to come to me. Hey, Latasha, Grand Rising. This is why this person understands now why they are overburdened, why they're feeling under the gun, why they're feeling cursed, because everybody sees the truth. You can't hide the truth. And see, people are telling them that people are telling this person they need to be the one to go to you to apologize, to explain themselves, but this person is confused, like they don't know what to say. And not only that, but for all these other people to tell them that they need to be the one to go to you, confirmation. All these other people telling this person that they need to go to you to apologize, to make things right, has this person confused. Like, how long had these people knew that this person was acting a fucking fool, not treating you right, arguing with you, trying to cause chaos with you, not giving to you equally, and then nobody say nothing. But now that they can see that this person's life is going down a complete drain, they're like, you probably should get your ass right. Hey, Malcolm. They're telling this person it's time to stop being a boy. It's time to stop acting like a little immature, insecure, insignificant boy. It's time for this person to grow up. It's time for this person to grow up. Something about, because this person is not going to be, it's almost like this person is not going to have the blessings of their spiritual inheritance or their family until they get right, until they do right by you, and shit gonna go right to them, on them. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. Until they do right by you, ain't shit going to go right by them. Until they wake up, they're not going to receive any type of blessings. They're not going to be healed. They're not going to, nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's time for somebody to wake up. It's time for somebody to recognize and to see what's really happening. What's the message, Spirit? What else? Somebody just want to come out of the cold. They don't want to no longer be in the cold, even though they was the one that was starting this mess. See, they didn't realize. They thought that you was going to be the one that was going to be out in the cold. They didn't realize that they was going to be pushed on the outside. And people's talking about this. These people gossiping about who the real shit disturber is. They talking about, they understand why you close this chapter on this relationship. Yep. And so how somebody could have been trying to get with somebody else, some old nasty ass hoe. They're saying they brought it on themselves. That's what they was trying to do. Yep. Now somebody got to face the music. What's the message? What is the message? It must suck really trying to take somebody for granted, thinking, oh, I'm taking them for granted, but this is going to work in my favor. Anything else, Spirit? Yeah. They don't realize how blessed they are, how God is working on their behalf. They don't realize God is coming to gather them to put their shit in this vehicle and move them forward. Yes, that's what they need to do. That's what they need to expect, is God is moving them forward so that to get them out of this position. I'm telling you, this person didn't realize you was a whole magical being. A whole magical being. This group, these people, they expect to hear some news. They expect to hear news that you and this person are back together. Or you and this person are communicating again or something. They expect to hear some news. Because I know they can't stop nothing. It's just that this person has to wake up and realize that they are being used by the devil as a vessel. They have to look around. They have to look at where their life is. And because the devil will try and seep into us all of our lives, in the form of a relationship, in the form of a friendship, in the form of a new hobby, in the form of whatever. We have to be careful. Yep. We have to be careful, because it can knock us off knock our stability off. Yep. So, yeah, somebody's realizing it's time. Been time. And you was, while they was sitting there looking at you all cross-eyed, like you was the weird one. Now they realizing that they was the weird one. All right, y'all. Oh, let's swing the pendulum. All right, Spirit, which way is the pendulum going to swing? Which way, Spirit? What's the answer going to be? And it looks like it's going in a circle, kind of like things are turning around for somebody. Yeah, it's like something is turning around for someone. And maybe it's a matter of they are having these realizations, and they're realizing that, it's time for them to turn things around in their life. Someone realizing that, or they're recollecting, they're remembering when things started to turn in their life, whether it be for the positive or the negative. Is that what it is, Spirit? Someone is remembering when things started turning negative in their life. That's it. Because now the pendulum is swinging, yes. Someone is thinking about when things started to turn negative in their life, how they can turn it all around. All right, y'all. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, J. Mike. I appreciate everyone. Thank you for the gifts, everything, the comments, the participation. Everyone, have a wonderful Monday today, or whenever you happen to see this. All right. Bye now.